Welcome to another episode of the Weekend Hot Podcast, your favorite podcast on YouTube and wherever you may be listening. Damn, I done got some shit in my eye, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The haters trying to flick the dust in our eyes. But welcome back. Another episode, another week of reviewing the news, seeing what's going on, decoding certain things in the media. From a relaxed state of mind, of course, Weekend High. Saying what's up to my co-host, Big Dog, Big Swag.
What's happening, man?
I'm your host, KZL. Man, you know, we doing like we always do around here. Most of y'all know that. We're gonna actually try to start doing some live soon. Don't know when, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to give it a try again to get some more lives, get some more viewership coming. So it'll be coming soon. More than likely, it's probably going to be on the later night tip, or it could be on the weekend or early, but we're going to keep y'all posted. Make sure you like the Weekend High Facebook page. So we now have the Weekend High Facebook page. I see a lot of y'all been commenting and been liking and sharing. So definitely thank you for that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below. And we're going to get right into it as we always do with my big dog. Big Swag here, man. We got to update y'all, man. We got to do an update. Had to do an update. You know, last week it was a little shake up. You know what I'm saying? It was a little it's a shake up, man. It's a shake up time. Shake up time, man, because our sister Carlee Russell, basically she came out and, you know, Brother Swag was right, man. Big Swag, you was right. She came back out and she said that basically it was a hoax. It was on the Juicy Juicy Smollett side of the game.
Juicy gang.
You know what I'm saying? Justice for Juicy, you know. I think her and Juicy should get together and like write a movie or some shit. You know what I'm saying? People with minds like this, she could be a good film writer. And actually, not to make fun of it, man, because obviously, you know, she was going through some mental health issues. Now, it said she did all this to get attention. I see in different reports, allegedly, she's trying to get attention from her boyfriend, so that's why she did all this. But now they're saying Alabama woman Carlee Russell facing potential criminal charges for faking abduction. Carlee Russell, the Alabama woman who falsely claimed she was kidnapped after seeing the child wandering into a busy street, could face criminal charges. Prosecutors are reportedly considering a pair of misdemeanor charges against the 25-year-old nursing student who went missing for more than 48 hours in mid-July and later said she had been abducted. ABC News reported the Jefferson County District Attorney's Bessemer Division have discussed the matter with law enforcement. The New York Daily News has contacted prosecutors and police for confirmation. The misdemeanor counts against Russell that are reportedly being considered are falsely reporting an incident and false reporting to law enforcement authorities. These counts are punishable by 1 year of imprisonment. First, before now, I'm gonna let you jump in before I get to my premise with what was just being said. What are your thoughts on what was just being said as far as her the charge that's going to be mounted against her possible jail time? Or before you touch on those two things, I would say just swing back around the block, Swag, and since you was gangster with it. You swung the block and well, I don't want to do that, y'all. We got enough going on. You went back around the block this time, so go ahead and give your analysis. Since it confirmed what you were feeling the whole time. Now she wasn't on the drug binge. Now you did get part of it wrong. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? We don't really know.
I gave a few possibilities what the scenario was led by. Either drugs, sex, or just a break, like a mental breakdown, or just a Calgon moment. However you look at it, glass half full, half empty. But, really, it's all good news because, number one, there was no baby walking on the damn freeway. You know, and even though there was no fire to her smoke, if, no harm, no foul. You know, it. I doubt she sees any jail time. But and if this just happened to be in the cloud chasing, she did the job she set out to do. But ain't nobody hurt. Everybody's okay. So this is really a win-win, and it's good entertainment. So I, I mean, save your flowers, keep your flowers. I'll be wrong.
Okay. Now? What are your thoughts on? Well, let me give you my thoughts on it. Well, what are your thoughts on the jail time? The two misdemeanors they trying to charge her with in the jail time.
Well, I mean, you could tell a police officer that somebody, stole something out your trash or whatever, and if you misinform them, that's a risk that you take. But I don't feel any kind of way about her facing jail time. But I've seen people get away with more.
Exactly. That was my thing. Let's swing. Let's swing the block since Joe Biden been pushing the Emmett Till thing. What about Carolyn Bryant? Her ass false. You know what I'm saying? That was a
Yeah,
false report. Got a man killed. And earlier this week, it was a brother I was listening to. I can't think of who. But he linked the Carolyn Bryant murder of Emmett Till. That linked to Malcolm X getting killed and Martin Luther King getting killed. The whole civil rights movement kind of, you see what I'm saying? So not
yeah,
only his,
the
not only
butterfly effect, kind of.
right, not only just it affect his life, but affected a lot of other people, and even people who were not even famous. We don't know about. I'm talking about regular, average black people back in the day probably was getting lynched, hung, killed because of this. You know what I'm saying? And there's no news story, no coverage. You know what I'm saying? You got families that have been affected, wealth wise, land stolen and stuff like that over this incident. His,
Yeah, there's been a million
reparations.
stories that have been stumped out, over the years. Stories of people that's been done wrong.
Yeah, so people get on. I know I seen a lot on the line online. A lot of our people been getting on her, like Carlee Russell. Oh man, how could she do? I was upset too. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't upset like how they getting upset about it, because I feel like um Carolyn Bryant, you know what I'm saying, false reporter got this little boy killed. You know what I'm saying? At least when Juicy Smollett and her did what they did, nobody got killed. You know what I'm saying? In the matter, nobody was harmed in anything. They only implicated themselves. But in the Carolyn Bryant case, she got a whole, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got a child killed, you know what I'm saying, lynched, you know what I'm saying, and no charge. Remember, they kept saying, oh, we can't put charges, it's too late, it's too this, it's too that. Now you see a Emmett Till statue erode. Joe Biden using Emmett Till to get votes from black people by putting up that statue, because it means really absolutely nothing. And and I know this week a lot of people were saying, well, one of Emmett Till's classmates up there, and he was, of course he gonna cape. They probably gave him some money. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see black folks do some shit that's like out of pocket, you already know what the business
They're
is.
overly gracious, yeah.
Yeah, it's either they've been paid off, they not from here. Either they paid off, not from here,
Uh-oh.
or got some type of other agenda. It could be LGBTQ or what have you. It's always something else. It ain't never, because think about this. If you would have got, if we and you was growing, like we growing up, and you would have got murdered, unfortunately, something like this happened to you, I'm not about to be at the White House caping like, you know what, thank you, Joe Biden, screw my homeboy who got his ass killed over a lie. Thank you for the statue, though. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if they offer me $1 million or over $1 million to do it or whatever. I'm not gonna sell out over justice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell my people out. I'm not gonna sell that ain't even how I'm built. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, to me, it's a little disgrace when I understand some people are mad, but remember what we said earlier, tinfoil do-rag style. Most of the people, when Carlee Russell went missing, most of the people you see in caping for didn't look like us. You know what I'm saying? And remember, we kept saying, why are all these folks out here who don't look like us caping so hard to find this girl? Well, we've had other women that have disappeared from our community, and you didn't see them getting behind it like this. So, You know, some people say, well, maybe they just, they awaken and now they try to stand behind us. Because these are the same people, if you ask them, are they for reparations, they'll say no. Or if you put them on a jury, to convict a black dude, they ask go convict his ass. So,
yeah. And shoot, they probably knew that her story was hogwash, and the fact that it was so much public concern probably is going to kind of point more to her being likely to serve that year, or at least part of it.
Right. I think they use this as a tool to make us look bad. So now when you have sisters who
That's
are
what I'm saying. That's where I'm coming from.
that's the game plan. This is a whole setup. Like shit, if we tinfoil do rag time, if we know how we know they didn't pay Carlee Russell off. How we ain't never seen her family, we ain't never seen her talk, we ain't never seen nothing. How do we know this wasn't a whole hoax from a community? They paid her off, they chipped her off so they could use this like now, okay, cool. So now that we got this, we set this precedence, you know what I'm saying? Next time we don't have to hear about all these missing black women no more because look what you guys did. You see what I'm saying? That'll be a talking point for people in the other societies who don't like us to use. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, hey, when you say help the missing black women, they gonna say, oh, well, Carlee Russell. You see what I'm saying? Just like they was trying to do with Juicy Smollett. They was like, oh, well, y'all can't say it's racist out here no more. Look what Juicy did. He made up a whole story, put a noose around his shit and everything. So you just got to know what's propaganda. I do think, like you said.
Hey man, no, the first red flag for me was the redhead balding dude. That dude. That was the first red flag for me.
You said red herring in this motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I see now. I said, oh shoot, here we go.
Hell yeah, red herring game. Yeah. Look, you see most of the outcry of people who talking mess are people who don't look like us, who are in the dominant society. But let me think about this. Look, they really got an uproar on this sister. Now, normally when they do something like this, they say, oh, well, they had mental health issues. You hear all kind of explaining. Oh, well, they had mental health issues. Like the dude who shot up the grocery store in Buffalo. Oh, well, he had mental health issues. He had this problem. He had that problem. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we really can't jump to remember the white dude who killed the brother on the train. Oh, we can't jump to conclusions. He was an army veteran.
Yeah, the soldier.
He had PTSD. You know what I'm saying? They say they make up all this. But when the sister does this, oh man, burn her at the stake. Make sure you charge her ass. She got 2 charges coming automatically. You see what I'm saying? Look how quick the charges come when it's us. But when it's other people, remember the dude who killed the dude on the subway? It was like a week or 2 before they even got charges on this dude. Remember?
The name even came out.
Right. So, and the funny part about it is like, okay, y'all giving her some damn misdemeanors, and you know what I think? They go try to make an example of her. Now it says that it could be punishable up to 1 year in jail. How much you want to bet they give her that whole year, or at least 10 months of it, or 8 months of it? You know what I'm saying? Like if she was, remember the affluenza kid? They didn't get that motherfucker no charge. He was raping motherfuckers. Oh, I'm a victim of influenza. I'm affluence. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
And remember when they didn't lock his ass up, what did he do? He went to another country. You ain't seen this motherfucker since. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she only have to serve half the time, but yeah, I think she's gonna end up serving every day of that 6 months.
Let me give you another example, just to show the difference of how we treated and they treated. Let me give you a modern. Let me give you an example that happened right around the same time. You guys remember the movie Child's Play? When the movie Child's Play, the doll Chucky was played by an actor, in certain scenes. Ed Gale. Guess what? This motherfucker's out on bail. Ed Gale, Child's Play actor, is out on bail for guess what he did? He got caught in a teen sex ring trying to have sex with young boys. One of the teens said he got set up. So one of the teens, somebody else said they got proposition for him when they was a kid. He went to like a Comic-Con or something like that. And he thinking like, damn, I'm about to meet Child's Play, man. I always wanted to meet Chucky. And he said what threw him off was Chucky was trying to get at him. Chucky was trying to get it off, take him out on, wanting him to go out on a date. His little ass is like, I'm your best friend to the
take
end.
out for the ice cream social.
Yeah, I'm your best friend to the end. He's like, he wanted to be a good guys for real. So Child's Play actor Ed Geil admits soliciting child for sex in a sting operation. This just happened. It says Ed Geil admitted to Creep Catchers Unit that he was trying to meet a teenage boy for sex, and he had engaged in sexually explicit online conversations with who he thought was a boy. The 59-year-old actor who starred in 1988 film Child's Play and several other followers was confronted last Friday by the San Diego-based child advocacy group, which ran a sting operation at Geil's Hollywood apartment and released a video from the encounter. The founder of CC Unit, who goes by the name Ghost, met with Geil under the pretense that he was a 14-year-old boy. Geil believed he had been conversating with upon at meeting Geil's apartment. Ghost presented Geil with printouts of the online conversations with the actor allegedly he had through other CC Unit's decoy accounts and asked Geil whether he had tried to solicit child pornography. He said, I tried to get him a naked picture from him. Yes, Geil said, later describing the illicit. So he said he tried to get a naked picture of the boy. Now, listen to this. With all this being said, he got caught in a sting operation, right? Do you know this motherfucker is not in jail? Because guess what their excuse is? We don't know his intent. So they you see what I'm saying? See the difference? When it's them, it's always a rule, a loophole, or we don't know his intent. A white splaining, as they say. You know what I'm saying? There's always, or I'm white not say so, as they say. There always seems to be a loophole to get out of shit. Now, think about it. This motherfucker's got caught red-handed in a child sex sting. In a child sex sting, and he ain't in jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his intent was pretty obvious, you know.
Right, he said it. I'm admitting I know it was wrong and it was illegal. He said that. I admitted that, and I'm sorry.
So is he out on bail?
Yeah, he also played at Howard the Duck in Spaceballs too.
That's what
he said. That face. When reached Friday by the Times spokesman for LAPD, there's an active investigation relating to Geil, but declined to provide further information. It said he attempted to contact with a minor intent to commit sex. Investigators plan to follow up on the incident. Detectives have been entering Geil's apartment in the video. They confiscated electric devices, but did not take Geil into custody because of the actor's health.
He did kind of like Larry Holmes.
No, they put Bill Cosby ass in jail, and his health was in question. You see what I'm saying? Ooh. See. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all with me? Hit that like and subscribe button below. Come on. Walk with me. Take a walk with me. Smash that mug. Take a walk with your boy. Take a walk with your boy. Skip. Take a walk. Put your glasses back on.
Put your glasses back on.
What he said on the commercial, you disappointed me. Anyway. You seen that new Gatorade commercial with Shannon? He said, you disappointed me. Anyway, you disappointed me. But shout out to Shannon Sharp. That's my dude. But yeah, man. But see, that's what I'm saying. He ain't in jail. His little ass got caught. His little motherfucking freaky little motherfucking ass got caught trying to go on a date with little boys and shit like that. He trying to good guy your little son for real.
Yeah. And so you can make his little dick feel big.
And right, and he ain't in jail, but you got a damn fucking a conclave of people who don't look like us online talking shit about Carlee Russell. So why y'all ain't talking shit about Ed Geil? Like when you look up this story, you only see this story once, and this is from LA Times. I'm quoting my source. But when you look on national news, you don't see it. It's only one story. This ain't even like making nothing. But the girl, you know what I'm saying, who cried wolf, she getting drove through the mud. They, if this was the old days, they would be on some tar and feather shit.
The Iron Maiden.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. But yeah, this little motherfucker walking around free. Talking about well, we don't know his intent. We gotta look at some more shit. We gotta look at his apartment. What the well, his
Yeah,
health. His health.
they went to
He's
his house
sick
and got
right.
the smoking gun.
Bill Cosby was blind in jail, dog. And y'all talking about this man health? Y'all talking about this little dude's health? Lock his ass up and put him in an infirmary. Shit. They got PC. Put his ass in protective custody. His bitch ass need to be locked up. Period. You know, I hate to say it like that, but I don't hate to say it like that. Because if that little bitch ass motherfucker did that to my son, boy, it'd be. Well, hey, my uncle Dwight used to say the PA system, power of authority, right here, goddamn. Wow, you know what I'm saying? He'll get the, you know what I'm saying, for real though, man. Like he need to learn. They probably scared because you know they gonna do something to him when you mess with kids in jail. They do stuff to you, so they like, yeah, well, bring his little ass in here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm done. You know what? I'm done with the child's play stuff. You know what? I ain't gonna even lie. I was done with child's play when I seen that series come out and they was pushing the agenda on there. I was like, man, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Man,
yeah, that's your
I
man
like
right
the
there.
first two.
Yeah,
I like the first two. That was it. I was
that's
already
your
off of by the time the girl came in.
yeah, me too. That's your man right there though. The little pedophile ass dude. You know what I'm
Chester
saying?
O'Shaughnessy type, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's I just like to bring these things up, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we have a lot of outcry and stuff when we, you know, when it's against us. And we even be hard on each other because like I've seen not even people who look like us, but people who actually look like us online and they talking mess, you know, about the girl and oh man, they need to put that girl in jail. They need to do this, but yet child Chucky out here, hey man, trying to get with your son to meet him up at what's the little bouncy place everybody goes?
Oh yeah.
The bounce house. He trying to meet your son at a bounce house and shit. Meet him in the bathroom and shit. You
Hell
know.
yeah.
But
Hey,
moving right along,
he might be moonlighting as Elmo at the Sesame Street display.
though. Hell no. Moving right along, man. Another big story. Another big week for Hollywood. They still on strike, but it was a big movie came out this week. Actually, before we get to the movie, Jamie Foxx. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, new movie. They clone Tyrone. It's him, David Boye, and the sister. I can't think of my sister's name. I'm gonna pull it up, y'all. Don't get me. But before we get to that, it was a big uproar before the movie came out about Jamie Foxx being a clone because you know it was a build up to the movie. Everybody knew the movie was coming out. You kept seeing stuff on Netflix. And right before the movie came out, there was a big thing going around saying Jamie Foxx was a clone. There's brother Jamie on the left and right. They were saying that Jamie he don't look the same, and you know he ain't the same person and stuff like that. He looks actually different. His nose looked different. He looked different and all this stuff. But the thing about Jamie Foxx, man, he went through he had a health crisis, man. And when
Hell yeah. A
you had something
stroke?
serious, you lose weight. You lose weight.
And your pigment that affects your pigment. It it
Right.
it, it affects your complexion. I mean, your
Especially
eye straightness, all that stuff. Optic
yeah,
nerve,
especially
sync.
yeah, well, you know, especially with black folks, we don't go out and get in the sun. You know, we get pale. You know, but you
Yeah,
said it.
yeah,
No, you said it. We get pale as hell. You know what I'm saying? You said everything. Because I know you know firsthand. You take care of your parents and everything. And so you
yeah.
can see differences. And I've seen it too. When my grandfather was going, you know, he was a certain weight, then he got smaller and smaller. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, when loved ones get sick, you could tell they get smaller, they're a little more frail, it seems, you know what I'm saying? So
And,
it's amazing that he came out of
it's
this.
very common. It's very common also for a stroke to have Cookie Monster eyes afterward because the optic nerves go out of sync. It takes a long time to get that stuff back in line, you know.
Yeah, and I want to reply because we watch certain me and Swag, we watch certain other shows too, podcasts too, and I know Choke No Joke. This dude, I don't know if y'all know who this is. Shout out to Choke No Joke. He's a dude who be filming Rockefeller and stuff like that. He had been saying he always makes stuff because I knew somebody who used to watch him all the time. He make all kind of outlandish stuff, but he was saying that Jamie's a clone. He don't got the tattoos and in the back of his head no more and all. That's a lie because they showed a picture of him. Um, See, he was saying that the tattoos ain't on the side. When you look at the tattoos never went on the side of his head anyway. If you look at the old pictures, it only went up to like the back of the crown of his head. So if I'm looking at you straight ahead, you're not gonna see that tattoo. No way. You know what I'm saying? You're not go. You if you even on this picture, if you look on there, look on the one when he's healthy and stuff. You don't see his tattoo because it's on the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? It's not the
Well,
tattoo.
I do know when it comes to that surgery where you restore your hairline, they take the hairline, from the back of your head and transplant it. And so if he had a tattoo back there, it might not be there no more anyway.
No, he got the tattoo to cover that up.
Oh,
He got the tattoo to cover the mark from the hair surgery. So right
okay.
after he got the hair surgery, if you notice, he got that That's when he got the tattoo to cover the incision up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the head tattoo, what I'm saying is when you look at if you go online, y'all Google the pictures, you don't his tattoos don't go to the side of his head anyway. They only go to the back of the crown of his head. So what I'm saying is like the dude Choke No Joke will say, "Oh, his tattoo's missing. That ain't him." Well, his tattoos never went to the side of his head anyway. You know what I'm saying? They
Oh,
always. I literally just looked at him last night because I was like, I'm like, I have really got to look this up. You know what I'm saying, to see if he's right. And when I looked it up, I'm like, well, you wouldn't see his tattoos anyway because they only go to the back of the crown in his head. They don't come on. The tattoo doesn't go around the side of his head. It only goes back to like this part. Like you can't like where my fingers are. You can't even see my finger. This is where his tattoo goes to. So I don't think he's a clone. I think it was something they was using maybe to promote the movie, or it was, or bringing some kind of cult lore to the movie. You know what I'm saying? They clone Tyrone, but
yeah.
yeah, they clone Tyrone as you see here. Um, this is a clip from the movie. You got Jamie Foxx there, and
John
that's
Boyega
Mr.
and Tiana Paris.
What's her name?
Tiana Paris.
There you go. Um, Tiana Paris. And she's been a lot of stuff. She was in Survivor's Remorse with Mike
Uh,
Epps and
she's in,
Rodrigo doing
and she in
the
the
game on.
MCU too.
Yeah, Jesse T. Usher was. I don't know if you ever watched Survivor's Remorse. It was one of those the shows about LeBron, or somebody going to the NBA. Good show. Mike Epps was on there. It wasn't that good when Mike left. It was funny when he was on, and then when he left, it kind of tanked. But very good movie. They cloned Tyrone. What are your thoughts on they cloned Tyrone and
Man,
about that movie, Swag?
man, it was really smart. It was really well put together. But it kind of made me harken back to the old black exploitation, sticking to the man type deal. It was tight. It had some throwback. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it had a lot of messages for me. It had a lot of hidden messages in it. Um, it
Heck
had
yeah.
um, like basically they were cloning. Spoiler alert, y'all! If you ain't watched the movie, y'all might want to mute it right now. But basically, they um they cloned all the bad people in the hood. Basically, you know how we say they always promote the underbelly of black society, like the 2%. Most black people ain't even like what they promote. You know what I'm saying? All black people ain't gangsters and thugs and stuff. So or hoes twerking. So they promote the underbelly of our society as being the majority of our society. So what they did in the movie was they kept cloning people who were the underbelly of society to bring black society down. Also, they were putting shit in the chicken, the stuff you eat to make you, what I'm saying, react certain or different ways, or to
Mind
get your mind,
control.
yeah, you laughing and giggling and stuff. Um, they also, you notice all the like all the places where you could go underground was all bad places like the trap spot. and or places trap spot the church. They had it in the
Yeah,
church. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Places where we always known to congregate.
Also, right, we're known to congregate, but also another deeper than that. As Joe said, go deeper. Brother Zoe, shout out Brother Zoe Williams. Go deeper and buy his books. Buy Brother Zoe Williams books, man. He got a special right now on the books. Y'all hit him up. Hit them books up. Dr. Russell Herbals. Also hit Dr. Russell up. I got some herbals from him. Great doctor. Look him up, y'all. But I'm saying, let's go deeper. Not only did the black people congregate at church, because we know that, but also this is the church is where black people kind of are mentally controlled. Remember? Because even in the slavery days, they would elect one person to be the preacher and give him a bunch of power and tell him what to tell the people to get the slaves to get them to work. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that they better fear God because God don't like if they ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying? So, and remember, David Allen Greer was the preacher, but remember, he was a clone. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, but let's
So,
spoil it for everybody.
yeah. Well, I mean, for now, you should have been watched the movie by now. I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? If you watching us and ain't watching the movie, I mean, damn. But you know, not I'm just saying you should have already watched the movie by now. But I'm saying that that's the thing. See, we are controlled. Religion controls us. See, it's a difference between being religious and spiritual. Religious meaning you just practicing those traditions mindlessly without thinking. You know what I'm saying? You're indoctrinated. You just, oh, well, my mama always did this, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Without thinking. Where when you spiritual, you kind of you can still ask questions. You can say, okay, why is this? Why is this that? You know what I'm saying? You can question certain things. So that's why they had the church, because when people go into church in our community, a lot of times we going through churches mindlessly. We just do because that's what it's a tradition. That's what we don't question anything.
Basically almost out of routine.
There you go. There you go. So what better way to get you in the routine is there, the trap house, then you showing the chicken spots. So yeah, that's basically what basically that's what they were doing. They were clowning the bad people in our society, and they wanted to keep clowning those people to keep black society down. And then you noticed all the white dudes had froze. Do you know? Let me ask you, what do you think what do you think the significance of the white dudes having the froze in the movie was?
What do you think it was?
Well, I think the whole thing about that was another take on us being comfortable. Like when people from other society come around us and they tend to dress like us or try to mimic us or try to look like us or talk like us, we can tend to put our defenses down and say it's like a Trojan horse. We tend to put our defenses down. Oh, he listened to Ice Cube. He listened to Jeezy just like me. He listened to this just like me, or he dressed just like me, or he like rap just like me. You see what I'm saying? So the more you do that, you let your defenses down, and then they can get, and then they get you from the inside out. You see what I'm saying? So
you see,
when they went to that,
I saw it as more like a troll, like letting their nubs hang a little bit.
That too, it could be too. Like kind of stunting on us, like, yeah, we got y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That too. Because when you, like you said, when you go in the gas stations, when you go in certain parts of black society, you see people who don't look like us, who act like they down with us. But then when it's time for election or for time for us to get reparations or time for us to get justice because somebody didn't got killed by the police, then you don't see those people are standing up. You don't see them people speaking out with us. You don't see them people saying, no, man, y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, y'all give them justice. You don't see that. You see what I'm saying? So they are chameleons. You know what I'm saying? They'll come amongst you. They act like they down. Oh, Michael Jordan, my favorite ball player. Oh man, all my friends. I got a lot of black friends. And then secretly down in the basement, they got a motherfucking swastika up and online under another name and shit, and calling you and saying the N-word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying and that's what you have to. I think that's a message that's what we have to watch out for. Just because somebody tries to mimic you or whatever, that don't mean they necessarily for you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they could look just like us. You can look even just like you. and like, hey man, brother, I'm a brother too. You like, yeah, right, and they really ain't a brother. So, but all needless to say, check that movie out. Check the movie out. They clone Tyrone, the number 1 movie on Netflix right now, and a great movie. I watched it 2 times. It was so good, man. Because I watched it the first time, I was like, damn.
I know. At first, I thought they was trying to pull Jedi mind tricks on me.
Yeah, the second time I was like, oh man. See, I agree with what people were saying online that they don't think that Netflix knew that brother was putting all this into the movie. Like he did it so satirical and so kind of stereotypical that they might have missed the messages he put in there, but the messages are for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like Jordan Peele movies with the movie Us. That was about tethers. That was about immigration.
Yeah, I mean that movie kind of felt like kind of Get Out, kind of Us-ish, like a
yeah.
Hey, also on the entertainment side of the game, there's a documentary by Wilt Chamberlain called Goliath on Showtime.
Check that out.
But the thing about this one though is that they openly in the open screen they said Wilt Chamberlain's voice we use AI to reproduce his voice so he can narrate the entire documentary. I ain't gonna lie, it helped, but I'm scared of it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know, and Will didn't say so in it. I don't know if his estate had his estate or family had some say so in it, but yeah, that.
They
got
got
circle back on that one.
They got their bag for it too. Yeah, his estate. Well, this is like the first real iteration where they let us know that they use AI. It was weird, and I didn't expect that when I started it. But it felt like Will was sitting there talking like he would be on Arsenio or something, talking his stuff. It was weird, man.
Yeah, I might have to boycott that one, man, because if Will, because they could do that to any. If Will didn't co-sign it, I'm kind of cool on it.
But
I might check it out just to see
James L. Jones. James L. Jones sold his voice like 3 or 4 years ago to Lucasfilms. Yeah, and now I'm thinking that they're gonna be doing Darth Vader voice with AI now, but they did.
They got on the new shows they did now. They've used AI, but see the thing about that is he signed off on it, so I'm okay with it. If he signed off on it, he's been passed away for a minute, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure his family got something. No, I'm sure he got about 200 children.
That can also get back into some. Let's murder these black entertainers, and we could just use their voice and use this to make money off of them. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not with no AI. I'm gonna be honest with anybody entertainer that's black. I'm not with no AI, man, because unless they sign off on it, like James Earl Jones, he signed off on it. Okay, if you signing off on it, okay, but to get your bag. But other than that, I'm not okay with it because that's just an attempt to replace us, and that's why they strike it in Hollywood now because they don't, they ain't got to pay the actors. They can AI this shit. And the writers. So,
they want to tighten up the AI laws and get them residuals going.
Yeah, man. Moving right along, man. Another big story in the news, man. Your boy, your man Obama, his cook got killed, drowned in a paddleboarding incident. This brother here, he was a chef for the Obamas when they were in the White House, and then they decided they loved him cooking so much they want him to continue as the personal chef. His name is Tafari Campbell. Now the interesting thing about this story about brother Tafari Campbell, rest in peace and condolences to his family, because he had two young twin boys. I'm looking up the story now. He had Tafari Campbell, 45. He worked in the White House before staying on with the Obama family. After they left office in 2016, on Sunday, he went missing in the waters. He went missing in the waters of Edgartown Great Pond on Martha's Vineyard. The Obamas released a statement hailing his talent. Mr. Kimmel has been visiting Massachusetts Island from his home in Virginia at the time of his death. Police say the Obama family was not home at the time of the accident. Um, the search was launched on Sunday night for a male paddleboarder who had gone into the water, they say, appeared to briefly struggle to stay on the surface and then submerged and did not resurface. Another paddleboarder was on the pond with him at the time and observed him go under the water. Monday, his body was found approximately 100 feet from shore at the depth of about 8 feet. Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit is investigating the death, but it is believed to be an accident. Now, reason this story is interesting is because this is another tinfoil do-rag. I apologize. Tinfoil do-rag time, because it's a coinky dink that he died. That he was a cook with the Obamas. A lot of people are speculating online and other places that he was killed. It wasn't an accident, because he didn't have a life preserve jacket on, and I don't think he could swim. That I don't know if he was believed to be a good swimmer. I'm not sure, but most people, when they do the paddle boarding, they have a life preserver on. He didn't have that on, and he drowned in 8 feet of water. Now, 8 feet is really not that much, unless maybe he was short.
Swim.
Let's say
that's a long.
Unless you can't swim too, right? Unless you can't swim. Even if he's 6 feet tall, if you go to the bottom, he could probably push himself to the top. But think about it, you might be panicking. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pond. It's dark, murky water. You know what I'm saying? I'll be scared out my mind. But
I can just
I have
mentally what he's going through.
Now, he did it at night. Now, most people don't go paddleboarding at night either. So that's why it seems kind of strange that he would do this. And he is a father too, you know what I'm saying, with kids. So I don't see you just getting your ass out there in the pond at night paddleboarding, swag, or me either. But I don't care how many times
I don't care if Tyra Banks invited me to go with her. I wouldn't do it, because I'm not a strong swimmer. I'm not getting out there, especially at night. No, I'm good.
Yeah, now they're saying that he probably was killed. A lot of people are speculating he may have been killed allegedly due to the fact of this dude was the cook for the Obamas through the whole presidency, and he knows certain secrets of the White House people. Basically, he's the fly on the wall, is what I'm saying. This dude has been a fly on the wall, and no telling what he might have saw, no telling what he might have heard. No telling. It's always been speculated that allegedly that Obama is gay. Now, we've seen times where Obama his vacation with men, and Michelle ain't been nowhere around. He's like, "Oh, this is a business meeting," But we know Andrew Gillum. What happened with him when them pictures came out and everything? Andrew Gillum was supposed to be the new Obama. Then that hotel incident came out, and we had the pictures on the show. It was gruesome.
He showed him to a seat, didn't they?
Right. So they're speculating that maybe Brother Tafari knew certain secrets, and maybe he was putting together a book, and he was planning on publishing that book and releasing that book about the Obamas. And before he got a chance to, he met his demise, allegedly. I don't know, man. I don't think that's
a personal chef. I said memoirs of a personal chef.
I don't think that's so far off, man. Because think about it. Another thing that was tied in that and this is from Brother Tariq. I learned this from Brother Tariq Nasheed. He was saying on his broadcast that Bill Clinton's cook had also been killed. And I didn't know that was a link for it. That was a link. I was like, wow, I didn't know. That's kind of a coincidence that they both had a private chef, and both of their private chefs happened to pass away unexpectedly, accidentally. Yeah. So just a little tinfoil do-rag fodder for you. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but I'm just saying though that it could, man. Anytime you're dealing with the government,
I said he just died. Dang.
Yeah. Anytime you're dealing with the government, you don't know what secrets this man might have heard, seen, or saw, or what deals he might have saw got put together, or what laws he might have seen got, or what something got slipped underneath the table. You don't know what this man might have saw. Because I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that a father of two twin boys would just be out there in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? The middle of the night,
You said,
paddleboard.
see who playing fussies under the table.
Right. And think about it. It said another paddleboarder was out there with him and seen him go under. Okay, why they ain't help him?
Yeah, because that's what I thought you said. It was an accident. I'm like, where's the eyewitness account?
Yeah, it said another a paddleboarder was out there and they said they seen him go under. So my question is, who was that paddleboarder, which they never named, and why didn't that paddleboarder go in after him or help him if they was together, or why, or signal or try to get them or throw an oar in or pull him out or anything, you know what I'm saying? So it just seems a hell of a coincidence that this man all of a sudden just passed away. And of course, the Obamas were nowhere, of course, they always say that they were nowhere around, just like we was talking about cocaine in the White House with Joe Biden. Of course, he was nowhere around. But now, actually, I got an update on that. You saw that they putting those charges back on Hunter Biden. Now, remember those charges that Kodak Black guy that he didn't get? Now they circling back and they putting them on his ass. So, I'm just saying, man. I don't know, man. I just hope Brother Tafari, gets justice. I don't think I personally don't think this is a accident. I think this is intentional. I think he might have been murdered, man. You know what I'm saying? Because think about that. Think of how much ear hustling he might have picked up all those years. You know what I'm saying? All the ear hustling he did. I mean, and think about not to say he was coming out with a book, but what if he wanted to come out with a book? Think about that. Think of how many secrets this man probably has or things he could come out with. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? What if he was coming out with a book and Obama's them got wind of that shit and they were like, he about to come out with this book. He about to go paddleboarding.
You think the Obamas cut like that?
I ain't saying, I don't know, man. I don't know what he's cut. Well, he definitely ain't cut to help black folks, so I wouldn't put it past him. Allegedly, but moving right along. Hit that like and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. Let's move on to the NBA. Let's go with a happy story. Our brother Kyrie, who also been dragged in the mud, through the whole the jab thing and all that. He proved to be right. Kyrie proved to be right. See, that's why it's important to stand on your grind. Stand on what you believe, man, because a lot of times when you stand on what you believe, you might go through it at some point, but then in the end, you may be redeemed, because he got redeemed in the end, definitely. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got redeemed with the whole jab thing, but one of the great things he just did was, there's a sister, our auntie mother, in South Carolina. She's 93 years old, and these companies are trying to use eminent domain to take the land that was hers and her family's for decades and centuries. They just trying to steal the land from her, harass her, to try to give up this land, and she won't do it. So all kind of stars and people have been sending money to help her fight. Tyler Perry, shout out to Tyler Perry, man. He's been sending hella money to help her fight. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about Tyler Perry, but man, that dude, when the black community needs him, or people, he comes through. I like the stuff that he does.
First in line.
Yeah, man. So they try to get mama right here. She's 93 years old. Don't even look 93. Looking good for 93. Go ahead.
I know. She looking like TT out there.
You know what I'm saying? She looked good for 93. Black don't crack. How people look good. But yeah, they try to use eminent domain. They try to buy up all the land around her house so that they can force her to sell and get her up out of there. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to sell. She want to pass down the land to her great-grandchildren and her grandchildren. Want to keep the land, the property in the family for, you know what I'm saying? So, have something to pass down. Now, it's so funny when we try to pass down something and do something, they always still want to get us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want us to have reparations to build shit after y'all took the land and all that from us. Then when we got land that didn't get taken,
now y'all come back, take our legacy and shit.
Right. Want to circle back on the motherfucker and shit.
Circle back,
So
circle the block.
you know what I'm saying? So shout out to brother Kyrie, because Kyrie dropped 40 racks on her, and went ahead and dropped 40 racks on her to help her out. People have been sending hella. I want to say Tyler Perry dropped like 300,000 on her. Kyrie dropped 40 racks on her. Snoop Dogg just dropped 10 racks on her recently. So everybody been kicking in and hitting her up with cash, been hitting her up with donations and stuff. So they got a GoFundMe page. Y'all definitely go check that out. And so we try to keep that in the family, man. But I just want to hit a good story, you know what I'm saying? Always good to hear a good story every now and then, man. What do you think about this? What do you think about them trying to use eminent domain just like they did in the past to try to take the land from these from Big Ma here?
Yeah, just more of the same, and then because not all black families had it so bad, or at least like the families that had decent masters broke them off with some land, but they trying to get that back now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But it's an uplifting story, though. I like it.
Yep. So she's fighting the land developers. Her name is Josephine Wright, age 93. She's been fighting developers over her South Carolina property owned by her family since 1865. We got to keep that in the family.
Oh, man. So yeah,
we got to keep that in the family. According to you, yeah, man. According to USA Today, because they took off from all our families. But when I say keep it in the family, I look at her like she part of our family, man. It's everybody, grandma, great grandma, right there. So, she lived on the Hilton Head property for 30 years after her husband died in 1998. She has lived alone ever since. Bailey Point Investment LLC purchased the land around Rice property in 2014. She rejected a lowball offer of $39,000. They tried to pay that woman $39,000 made by the company a few years ago to buy her home. Lowball, right? Tyler Perry shared Rice's story on Instagram in June, writing, "Please tell where to show up and what you need to help fight." Go ahead, Tyler. Meek Mill, brother Meek Mill, also commented under Perry's post, "Corporate bullying at its finest. This superhero status." So I think maybe Meek Mill might have donated. They don't say he did, but I'm sure he probably donated something too. Hopefully he did. Wright's granddaughter started to GoFundMe to raise funds to help her grandmother keep the property. Kyrie donated $40,000 to the campaign. As of writing this, the fundraiser has received 5,000 donations, totaling 263,589. The goal is 350,000, and then add 10,000 to that because Snoop kicked in 10 just yesterday. Excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. Bailey Point Investments, a greedy land development company, is trying to take her property away from her, as her land is situated right in the middle of their new residential subdivision. So they want to build a subdivision where we can't even get access. They don't want us to live there in that subdivision. You know that. Under construction, this land has been in our family since the end of the Civil War, and she has poured her heart and soul into maintaining the property for herself and her family to enjoy for generations to come. So definitely, if y'all can, man, look that GoFundMe up. I'm gonna donate myself. I'm gonna throw a donation on my damn self. Even if it's twos and fews, man. If it's $20, $50, whatever, $100, $10, $5, throw something on it. Even if you like, man, I only got 5 today, throw 5 on it, and then when you get paid again, throw something else on it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
if we all gave $5, she should be straight. If every black person that watched this video or across the country could just give $5, you know what I'm saying, she'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? From every person, $5. So don't think just because you ain't got a big donation that it ain't gonna make a difference. So definitely support Sister Josephine Wright, Mother Josephine Wright, because she's somebody's mother and grandmother. She might as well be mine too. So definitely help her on out. What's your thoughts, Big Swag?
Man, I can't imagine owning the same soil that my ancestors bled in and sharecropped on. Man, we have to keep this legacy in our family, man. I feel emotionally vested into this story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I do too, because it's probably happened to my family and your family. We don't know what ancestors, we don't know what ancestors to get down the line they got their land taken somewhere. And right now that could be wealth for me and you. You know what I'm saying? That could be wealth for you or wealth for me, but we don't know where it is. We don't know why they took it or how they, you know what I'm saying? They cover their tracks pretty well on how they stole our land and our property and things like that. And then they're still showing they hand to this day that they don't even want to make up for that, by saying, "Oh, that was so long ago. Y'all don't need nothing." Come in, you know what I'm saying? Um, Moving right on. Speaking of not needing nothing, let me just make another case for reparations with this brother right here. I want to shout out our brother right here. This could be my son or your son, man. I want to give him extra shouts out, man. Y'all, if this dude got a GoFundMe page, man, we should all hit it up as well. This brother right here, he just graduated as valedictorian of his high school while he was living under a bridge, living in a tent. As you see the tent behind him, that's the way he was living at. He's living under a bridge, going to high school in D.C., Washington, D.C. Matter of fact, D.C. man graduated as valedictorian at high school for adults after living in a tent for 2 years. Recent high school graduate Michael Jeffrey lost his job at Waffle House and a clothing company and his home during the pandemic. Soon after, he began sleeping under a bridge in a tent. He said, "I didn't want to be stuck out here. I don't wish this on anybody to be stuck out here." Jeffrey started taking classes last year at the Goodwill Excel Center, which is a free high school for adults. While attending the high school, Jeffrey studied for his classes in his tent. A lot of people don't get that second chance. Goodwill allows a second chance for me, and I appreciate it. Last week, Jeffrey graduated as valedictorian of his class. He recently moved out of his tent and into an apartment. We don't want pity. A lot of people in the situation just like me. We want better. We want more. Jeffrey said he enrolled at Catholic University for the fall and hopes to later attend law school. I'm studying legal studies. Who would have thought that I would be studying legal studies, right? There's hope in this. There was no hope in this tent, but I found it. So you see how far I've came and how far I will get. Hell of a story, man. For that brother, man. Shout out to Michael Jeffrey, that brother there. Um, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Going through the worst you could be in life, man. You living under a bridge, under a highway, and you still persevere and push through and go back to school and get your not only graduate but become valedictorian.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
the number one standard.
my thoughts is this. The reason I say it's connected to reparations is this: if that brother had reparations or his family, um, got the wealth that they were supposed to have or whatever, he might not be living under the bridge. He probably could go to school and live like normal people. Now, don't hit me with the okay. Well, we should just get y'all education for reparations. No, we don't ever. My point is, he shouldn't be living under the fucking bridge, going to school. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to live normal and go to school like normal folks do. But yet, still with obstacles in front of him, he still persevered and he still knocked it out the ballpark. So what are your thoughts on brother Michael Jeffrey?
Man, brother Michael, man, kudos to him because when I hear this story, I hear life happening. Unfortunate stuff happens in life, but his bounce back and what woke up his resilience, and then he bounced all the way back and went even further. Because I can't say I've been homeless. I slept in a couple cars a couple nights, but I mean not enough to hang my hat on it. But I had it rough, even rough enough to complain. So just to see somebody bring themselves out the mud and get it going, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Beautiful thing, man. He said he hopes to become a lawyer, and he gonna help other people and advocate for people in his situation, black people in his situation. So, shout out to him, man. If he got to go fund me, hit him up. You know what I'm saying? College ain't cheap, but also keep pushing for those reparations. So, brother Michael might not, he might not even need, he got a new apartment and everything, but I'm just saying it would be more comfortable for him, you know, if he had that wealth, like Sister Josephine trying to pass it on to the next generation. So, shout out to him, man, persevere, because you know we always hear bad stories about brothers. You know, we don't work hard enough, we lazy, we this, we that. I mean, he don't look like he too lazy to me. Brothers living up under a bridge in a tent and still not only going to school but came valedictorian. So that shows you he was in the tent with a flashlight studying his ass off. So
Yeah, yeah. And then worst case scenario, a couple of states over, there's a woman that's been single for 25 years with a plot of land that could use a little young man.
Hell no. But yeah, man. Say Michael, but Mike can go down and help.
Go down
that land, help farm that land. You know what I'm saying? Build them a house. You go ahead, build your house on the land, baby. Go ahead, just till that land out there. You know, but yeah, man.
Molasses tea.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, man. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, we definitely do appreciate it. Man, your boy Ron DeSantis has been off the chain lately, man. This motherfucker right here, man. This bitch ass nigga who conflicted. He's
I know he had a bump, didn't he?
He's getting rid of saying that he's been in the news lately talking about we benefited from slavery. We got skills. We got skills from slavery. What's a total loss? You guys benefited. You guys got skills that you want to get if you weren't slaves. You just probably been over in Africa hitting flies off each other. You know, so this is the kind of white supremacist rhetoric that you would hear, you know, that a motherfucker might say. That's almost like telling like a rape victim or a Holocaust survivor, Holocaust was good for you. You know, those ovens was good. They taught y'all how to bake bread. Cause see, when y'all was in the ovens, that pushed y'all baking skills. That helped y'all baking skills, and then that's why y'all got the best pretzels. Don't kill me, people from. I'm just using as an example, people. But I'm just saying that
y'all slowly backed away.
but hear what I'm saying though. That they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to a Holocaust survivor. They wouldn't say, "Oh, the Holocaust survivor. Oh, you earn plenty of baking skills."
But they politely get it set down.
Yeah, and that's what we on too, because a lot of black folks and a lot of big black businesses and people have been pulling their stuff out of Florida because of the change of the curriculum. I know the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity have suspended all their events in Florida because they're not going to be. They said they don't want to be nowhere where they got laws that are against black people. And you think about it, you don't hear nobody saying anything about this from out that don't look like us. You don't hear nobody out crying and saying, "What the hell is going on with Florida?" You don't hear none of that. So DeSantis has just been in the news, you know, talking all kind of shit, man. Like, basically saying that, you know, we should be thankful, you know, that we the slavery was here. We should be thankful. We got skills that we wouldn't have got. And then, you know, they try to erase. They want to erase what slavery is in Florida because they don't want to make the white kids feel bad. So, but they don't mind making the black kids feel bad though.
Yeah.
So basically, civil rights activists cheered when Ron DeSantis pardoned 4 black men wrongfully. Oh no, I was reading. It said civil rights activists cheered when Ron DeSantis pardoned 4 black men wrongfully convicted of rape as one of the first actions as Florida's governor. But 4 years later, as DeSantis eyes the presidency, they hope that the Republican will be ally in racial justice. Nah, see, that's another thing. They do stuff. See, them civil rights activists. Oh, he pardoned 4 black men. People do stuff, a little thing like that, and you know, it's to step something bigger. You know, then he goes and does something like this. So. Right now, DeSantis, you know, has been saying that, you know, black people, you know, anti-woke is meaning anti-black. You know, He said enslaved people develop skills which in some instances could be applied for personal benefit. DeSantis has repeatedly defended the new language while insisting that his critics, who include Kamala Harris and two leading black Republicans in Congress. Now, the thing about Kamala, she up, oh, that's wrong, Ron. But look, let me show y'all something. Kamala, as we say, she ain't really all the way black. But VP Kamala Harris backed national high school courses about slave skills before Florida controversy. So she backed it. She backed the shit that he proposed. Of course, she probably didn't read the shit all the way. I don't know. But she backed the shit in the beginning. Now she coming out saying she against it. So they got her ass caught up in it too. So Kamala Harris backed national. Yeah. It says Vice President Kamala Harris once praised a college-level class about slavery taught in high schools across the nation, even though it's nearly identical to the Florida lesson she recently blasted as replaced in history with lies. So basically, she signed off on like some critical race theory type bullshit, and it's the same shit they pushing in Florida. So, see, that's why we say that you can't always go with people who look like you. Kamala Harris looked like one of us, but she ain't one of us. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't even do her due diligence enough to look into the shit enough before she signed off on it. Now, mind you, I've always been against Kamala Harris as far as politics, because if y'all watch the movie Last Black Man in San Francisco, the brother that she sent to prison is in the movie. That she sent him to prison, and he was innocent. He's in the movie. He plays the brother with the braids. I can't think of his name in the movie, but that's the real life dude that Kamala Harris sent to prison, and he was wrongly convicted by her, and he ended up getting off and getting paid and stuff, But that's what I'm saying, that a lot of y'all with the sister girl stuff, black women with the sister girl stuff, she ain't no sister girl, man. She went to Howard. She's an AKA, but you got to realize she comes from her background. She comes from two cultures who really don't like American black people. Indian, her mom's Indian. If y'all know Muhammad Gandhi, he wasn't fucking with Martin Luther King. He did not like black people. And then they have a caste system in India, and her mother's part of that fair skin caste system. And her father, they have a caste system in Jamaica. He's one of those, I guess, fair skinned Jamaicans. That's, you know what I'm saying? So hence why she looked like she light as hell. But I'm just telling y'all, if you look at her policies, like basically, you got to look at people policies, man. Just because they look like you, even when she was running, I was telling people, man, why y'all so hyped about Kamala Harris? She locked the brother up that was innocent. Nobody listened to me. I kept saying that. I seen a story where she locked the brother up that's innocent. Nobody listened to me. Now, you know what I'm saying? So you really have to you really got to vet these politicians, man, because they'll sit up in your say, like she on now blasting Ron DeSantis. Oh, this wrong. Well, damn, you signed off on the shit he pushed through. You signing off on the shit. Now you want to circle. That's our word today. Circle back. Now you want to circle back and say, well, now you want to circle back and say, well, he's wrong for that when you were signing off on the shit initially. So, what are your thoughts about that, man?
Man, shame on her for missing that one, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, this DeSantis, he's a piece of work, man. They getting worse and worse, man, every time.
Yeah. I mean, you even got people now, the Congressional Black Caucus, who really ain't done nothing for black folks. Now they coming out. Look, now they even in the news coming out talking about some black Americans are under attack. Now, how long has, as they say, the new black media, even before me and you became part of the new black media, how long? I can tell you, I have been watching probably Tariq Nasheed and Brother Jason Black Authority, and people like that for years. And they have been saying that, they always been saying we under attack. Now, now the Congressional Black Caucus, hey, y'all, guess what, y'all? We under attack. Well, welcome to the party, motherfucker. Y'all like 20 years late.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we
I
were,
remember
we were good then.
I had a Hebrew Israelite in my ear like back in '99, 2000 about it. I mean, he predicted 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. People have been saying, people from non-conventional black media sources have been saying that we are under attack. I mean, you can see it. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Um, I mean, even with the whole anti-Asian hate thing, they got a anti-hate law before we did. You know what I'm saying? And we have more hate crimes against us. We had what, 2,800 this past year, and they had 279. That's a big difference. So you gave people who had 279. Not saying that they hate crimes or not, or less than them. I don't want to make it seem like they don't deserve to have an anti whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying you gave it to people who 279 people who had hate crimes, and you had people who had 2,800 people have hate crimes, and you didn't give them an anti-hate crime law. You gave the people with less numbers the law. See, that lets you know there's, what I'm saying, what is the reason for that? Any of you people who got the talking points and you want to say, oh, there's no racism. What's the reason for that then? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're
Please leave
saving
that
us
in
for
the comments.
last.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, leave that leave that in the comments. What is the reason that? How is it that people who, who we have more hate crimes and we don't get anti-black, we don't get no anti-black hate crime. I mean, I ain't even talking about reparations. I'm just saying an anti-black hate crime bill. You got
He said, last but not
LGBTQ with a
least,
hate crime bill.
black
You got
delegation.
anti-Asian with a hate crime bill. Yep. You got immigrants, you got anti-immigrant hate crimes, but you don't have no anti-black hate crimes. But we the ones who fought for all the laws that the other people are getting.
Shit, we
But we
spill
don't have
some
a
more
law.
soil in the south. The dirt is red.
There's still sundown towns in the South to this
Yeah.
day. So that tells you something. But moving right along, man, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna almost time for this one to end, but man, I got another interesting story, man. Let's go on them. You know what? This is a big one in today too. I know you've seen this. I gotta cover this one. Your girl Just Hilarious and T.S. Madison was at it. The transgender dude, T.S. Madison, Tyrell Sean Madison, I think his name is. Uh, that's a
Come,
T.S. Tyrell Sean.
come on the right.
Uh, the one on the one that looked like a dirty bag of clothes with pink on is a dude. And the other one on the other one,
Yeah, the one on the left is just hilarious.
yeah, that's Jess. The other one on the right, that's your dude, T.S. Madison, homeboy. Um, Well, interesting enough this week, Just Hilarious. She be in the news every now and then. She was in the news this week, and she was standing up for real women, man. Which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. She was standing. She said, "Who gonna stand up for real biological women, man? Because the world right now, everything is, transgender this, transgender that, and she's standing up, where they gonna stand up for the real women. I ain't mad, like I said, mad with her. So she said basically, let me get to it here. It's pulling up now, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Basically, uh, she don't she don't like being, also she don't like the cisgender thing. Cisgender is, I don't like that either. That cisgender thing is like a slur, like a, what is the fuck is a cisgender? You know what I'm saying? That's a
You
made
like,
up.
I
It's
am a
funny.
cis man.
Look, it's right. So it's funny that they can come up with a slur word for us, but if you say something, or if I call Tyrell Sean Madison a dude, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But he could call me a cisgender. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm a man. God damn it. I was born one. They slapped me. That's who I am, man. Biologically, that's who I am. It ain't no mix up or nothing. But I don't mind Just Hilarious going hard for the real women, man, because I think they she should. You know what I'm saying? I think it's disrespectful to women. Because basically T.S. Madison, the video was released in response as personality and LGBTQ activist T.S. Madison backing up a TikTok video about cis women gatekeeping menstrual cycles. The clip mentions that cisgender women don't realize that they don't own womanhood and periods. Now, and it's transphobic to think so. Now, I think that's a bunch of bullshit, man. Real women, I don't want to say, I'm just reading the article, y'all. I don't believe in that cisgender. I don't even believe in that word. Real women are the gatekeepers of period. Real women, meaning ovaries, they got motherfucking 2 ovaries. They got a birth canal. They are the birth keepers of menstrual cycles and even the transgender people. They the gatekeepers of y'all because they make y'all motherfuckers. And then the sister Jessica, Jess Hilarious said that. I mean, it's just like it's getting out of hand, man. A lot of y'all, I mean, people can live how they want to live. They grown, you live how you want to live. I ain't against you. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? If you want to live that crazy, if you want to live that lifestyle, despite whatever my opinion is, I think it's crazy nuts. I think it's weird. I do, and that's my opinion. However, if you choose to live that lifestyle, that's your business. But you can't sit up here and say real women act like real women are a second to you, or you on the same level as a real woman and shit, or you can sit up here and kiki and talk shit about real women and everything. There was a dude, there's another interest. There was a dude, a transgender dude, who was trying to sue this doctor, this gynecologist, because he wouldn't see him. The gynecologist was like, "You're a man. What am I gonna look at?" Like, and actually, it was a woman. It was a woman gynecologist. She was like, she was like, "What am I going to look at? I mean, like, you have male, genitalia. Like, what? I can't do." Basically, they sent that motherfucker home. Like, we're not going to look at you. And he's like, "Why y'all can't look at? Y'all can't check?" He said, "Why can't they check for tears? Tears? Nigga, you need to go to the emergency room. You need to go. You need to go to the emergency room. If you got some tears in that area that y'all be messing with, you need to go to the emergency room. You don't need to see a gynecologist, dude. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing for you, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is what I said on the last show. We got to stop normalizing people who have mental health issues. We can't normalize. There's nothing. I'm sorry, man, and I don't mean no disrespect, but there's nothing normal about a man. There's nothing normal about how you gonna be a man and tell a woman she don't gatekeep menstrual cycles, and you ain't never had a goddamn menstrual cycle. You ain't never gave birth. You never had a period. You don't know. You didn't have your cherry pop like women when they have sex for the first time or lose their virginity. You don't know what that feels like. So you can't sit up here and compare yourself. You should, if anything, you should have more admiration for women. You should have more respect for real women. Because of what they really go through that you can't go through, and you should be respectful enough to be like, damn, I don't have her body parts, so whatever. I want to be on the team. I don't got her body parts, but I'm not gonna knock her because she going through something I could never go through or experience. I got respect for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you have that kind of admiration, the women could be more respectful to y'all and be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But all this now, see, that's how it was in the beginning. When the whole transgender thing first popped off, women was caping for them. Oh, leave them alone. Now women like, damn, y'all trying to fucking do us. Y'all trying to replace us. Y'all trying to do us.
They done cross the line on them.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's like if a transgender, I guess a transgender man, which is a woman, who used to be a woman, kind of tell me and you, we don't own manhood. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't own y'all don't own busting one when you having sex, or y'all don't own going to the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, whatever, however you want to put it, but I'm just saying, whatever we do manly, you can't. I just think that people who live like that, want to live that lifestyle, should just be respectful to real women. Don't call them cisgender. That's I don't know what the fuck that is.
You got hot last time you talked about.
Yeah, man. I mean, that shit, man, angered me, man. Don't call me cis. You just making something up. Ain't shit scientific about what you just making some shit up. So, so I feel like if you can call me that, then I got the right to call you what you are. You're a damn man. I mean, shit. I mean, what are your thoughts, man? Do you feel like I'm gonna put it up. Do you feel like T.S. Madison is right that the women don't gatekeep menstrual cycles and womanhood? I think they do. I know they do. I think to it. Women are the gatekeepers of womanhood. Real women are the gatekeepers of womanhood. I'm gonna say that. So shout out to all the real women out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
women. Baby girl on the right looked like she played drums in church.
It's on Jess or TS.
Yeah, nah, TS looked like she played drums in church.
Hell no. He probably did, man, when he looked different. Have you seen him when he was uh Tyrell Sean Madison? You know what I'm saying? That nigga, I just had no respect for that, man. I just don't have no. It's like you masquerading as something you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Just off of base of how you feel.
I think that's just people looking for a quick flash in the pan, quick 15 minutes of clout, 15 minutes of fame, and I mean, okay, so if your mom was born and she had organs, that means she's in charge of them. Now, if my dad all of a sudden cut his meat off, that don't make him the proprietor of female organs. Simply put,
Right. Right. He ain't the go-to. He ain't the go-to
yeah,
for female
he's not
organs
the
or
authority
being a female. You know what I'm saying?
on women's menstrual cycles. Just because he feel good
Right.
in a
It's
dress
just
or whatever. I mean, I
right.
mean,
He ain't.
Go ahead.
No, you got it. He ain't the spokesperson of motherhood. Even if you cut your stuff off and you masquerade as a woman, you still not the spoke. You still should not be the spokesperson of motherhood or anything to do with women. I'm just saying, like, or if a little girl need to learn about being a woman, you shouldn't. I'm not sending that little girl to a transgender. I'm sending that to a auntie or a grandmama or a friend, somebody, a woman, you know what I'm saying, who got daughters, or you know what I'm saying, like any woman out here, any black woman, you know what I'm saying, or even any white woman, it don't matter what color woman, just a woman. I'm sending that girl to a woman. You know what I'm saying? If I can't send it to a sister, then I'm gonna go to the next race or whatever I got to go to, but it's gonna be a woman. You know what I'm saying? If I had a daughter or something like that, but that's no different than
Yeah,
people who
like, even if a transgender woman had a baby and adopted a baby when it was time to come of age, it'd probably be wiser to put a cis female in the place to give advice for that. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they need to send their kid to a real woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I was like, because you're not gonna learn no womanhood. I don't care what it is. You're not gonna a little girl ain't gonna learn womanhood from a woman who used to be a dude. I'm just sorry, this is not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. A little boy can't learn shit from a woman who trying to masquerade as a dude. Like you really can't.
It's gonna be some nuances missed there.
It's certain lessons you can learn without a sex being involved, like doing right and wrong and shit. You could teach that,
yeah.
But it's certain, like you said, certain details and certain innuendos as a man and woman that you have to learn. You're not going to be able to get that from somebody pretending to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to get that. You're not gonna be able to get that, man. Like if I'm a little boy, how much can you really learn from a stud? You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. How much can you really fucking learn from a stud? Let's just be real. I'm not trying to offend nobody or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, it's after a while, you be like, man, he need to be around. Send his ass to the barbershop. Let him go around. Let him go sweep hair at the barbershop. Be around some real men.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm saying, there you go. Let him go sweep. Let him go sweep hair for a couple of days a weekend.
Yeah, man. I just think that's disrespectful to black women, for an ex-black man to come out and say he's the gatekeeper of womanhood. Now you're an ex you're an ex-black man. You're an ex-black man masquerading as a woman, and then you want to tell women about their menstrual cycles and about having kids, and you can't do either one of those damn things. Like, how dare you? You know, no different than when you have somebody from a diaspora, like a Jamaican, talking about reparations. You don't have shit to say about reparations. If you ain't a foundational Black American, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, play your part, support. All you need to do is stand in the background like this.
You said,
and hold your fist up. Exactly, and we gonna do the same for y'all. You know, they got the CARICOM. We gonna do the same. We gonna stand in the background and support our brothers. Y'all stand in the background, shut up, and support us. We don't need you to be the spokespeople. We don't need you to step here and say we don't need reparations, because you ain't gonna get the shit no way. So what you talking about it for? So that's what I'm saying. It's like transgender people. It's like, how you talking about real men and women when you are neither? When you're not one? It's like, I mean, you are one. It's just you feel like you're something else. So because you feel like you're something else, that's fine. And you're an adult. You grown. You pay taxes. You can do what you want. But what you can't do is you can't be women. You can't be you can't just push women out the way and say, we the new women. No, I think there'll be a long line of men who will be like, hell the fuck no. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But let us know your comments and your thoughts. Like I said, disrespectful as hell. Shout out to all the real Black women. Shout out to all the real women anywhere of any race. I salute y'all. What y'all go through motherhood. Y'all birth us. Y'all raise us. Y'all go get the periods. Y'all be crazy. Stomach be cramping and all kind of shit. We gotta deal with it. No. I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna sit up here and let bullshit. Hell, I'm not gonna sit up here and let somebody with the same genitalia as me talking about he the representative for women now.
The authority.
Right. I'm the authority now. Like, get your goofy ass out of here. But moving right along, man. Speaking of weird stuff, man. Speaking of weird stuff, I got to go on the sports side of the game. I know you're gonna love this, man. What's up, man? With our boy Dwight Howard, man. Man, every time I be caping for Dwight Howard on the basketball court, but off the court, I got to do him like D Wade, dog. I gotta disconnect any association off the court because he be doing some weird, sassy, suspenseful, suspected type, some pause type stuff he be doing.
That's what I was waiting.
Did you hear about Dwight Howard got caught up? Dwight Howard. What I say?
You said pause type shit.
I didn't hear you. What I say? Yeah, Dwight Howard is being accused of trying. He's being accused of trying to force a man into a threesome, and the man is suing him for sexual assault and battery. Yeah. Dwight Howard is getting sued for trying to force a dude in a threesome.
That nigga tried to broker
You about to get in this threesome. You about to get in this threesome. You about to get in this train. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Dwight Howard be doing I don't know, man. He be doing some sassy ass shit, dog. Like,
I ain't mad at him for living his truth. That's his truth.
Yeah. Nigga. Yeah, man. Dwight Howard's being sued by a man for sexual assault. Dwight Howard currently facing a lot of backlash. People were criticizing his parenting, including the mother of one of his sons. Now there's a man that has accused Dwight Howard of sexual assault. In addition, he is suing the former NBA star. According to the man's accusations, it started with Howard trying to get him to do a threesome. The man admits to visiting Howard's home, and things taking a very questionable turn. Dwight Howard has one of the most unique NBA stories. You know, he was drafted straight out of high school, drafted 2004 with the first overall pick out of high school. Let me see. I don't want to know all. I know all his stuff. I just want to hear about what happened. They don't want to go into that too much. They didn't go into it too much. But
so he's trying to charge him for sexual assault.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, ain't Dwight Howard reputedly a bottom?
I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
gay,
I
straight. I
heard
don't know, man. I don't know these
I heard
dudes.
he was a I heard I heard that it's more blessed to receive than give. That's what I heard. But no, that doesn't fit that. That doesn't fit that. So this person trying to get paid.
I don't know, man. I think it might be somebody trying to get paid too, because like you said, this will be the time to strike. He already got questionable stuff against him. He already been in the news for bad parenting. So it's just like, man, how can I get some money? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He ain't on no team no more that could stomp out the little story and shit.
right.
Yeah.
He playing Taiwan and shit now. So yeah, man.
Oh, eggs are made in Taiwan.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think, man, I don't know, man. That's just a wild story. I think Dwight Howard probably need to focus on his kids because he's going through a lot with his kids. Um, to me, this is just a lesson. I hope he ain't out here raping dudes and shit. But to me, this is just a lesson. If you have a child that plays sports, make sure your kid is grounded. Make sure they don't just like Zion. We was talking about Zion with the beignet dust all over his ass and coochie hair. But I'm just saying, like, and Zion got both his parents. He got stepdaddy and he got his mama. But as you see, these dudes get this money, they be wilding out, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep your kids grounded, even if they ain't going to the NBA or nothing like that. Just keep your kids grounded. I mean, on a regular level, um, even if it ain't millionaire status, because the
Man,
dude,
just do
the White
keep your
Howard,
secrets
you know what I'm
at
saying?
home.
He probably
And
got
if you
some
can't keep,
problems.
I mean, but you can
Yeah.
still do stuff on the inside, at home. And if he can't do it at the house where he live, he need another house. He can afford it, and he can do his shit there. It's doing shit out in public where people got cameras, man, and all that stuff. And then that's when people's secrets gets out. If you want to be a secret, if you want to stay a secret, do the shit at home. I don't feel sorry for none of them motherfuckers.
I think Dwight Howard needs some counseling. Because remember, one of his sons sexually assaulted one of his other sons. Remember that? We covered that story.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I'm sure
the
everybody
big
got
brother,
trauma.
the big brother assaulted the little brother.
Yeah,
So I think, kids watch you do stuff. At first, I was thinking like, damn, why would his brother touch on him like that? Now I see, like, this nigga right here, he be doing all kind of probably watching his father, like, man, my father, however, he be getting it in. So
it don't
I'm,
take that. All it takes is for a person to be broken. It ain't got to be no
yeah,
direct influence. I mean,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
all.
That's
Yeah,
true.
man.
Yeah, I think he needs to spend that bag on some counseling for him and his kids, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Clearly,
take care
somebody
of
got
whatever
some
he got
shit to
going on.
unpack.
Yeah, man. Another story, man. We got to get to Bronny James, man. Shout out to rest. Get well soon, Bronny James. Little
Yeah.
Bronny, man. Get
Awesome
well soon,
prayers, man.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LeBron, and his family and the James gang and all that good stuff, man. But yeah, sending prayers, man. I know Swag. You with two sons playing basketball, and my sons played sports too, football and basketball. But I know with your kids, I know he's doing a lot of the AAU stuff, just like Bronny and everything. I know with that,
Hmm.
with that happening, that probably brought attention to you. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
am I going too hard on my boy? He might need to take a break. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah,
lot of
man.
a lot of people have been speculating tinfoil do rag style that, like, as far as me, I think it's something to do with the jab, the jibby jab. Um, Allegedly, I think it's something to do with the jab, because we've been seeing a lot of pattern. All these young male athletes from football to basketball. I think it was even one in hockey too that have been passing the hell out, man, getting these heart attacks and strokes and shit. This is unprecedented. So many people
Caesars.
having this, right, shortness of breath and all this stuff. And these dudes younger than me and you. So what are your thoughts? But on the flip side, a lot of people. This is what I think. On the flip side, I think it's a jab because he said he had his family take him and his family took the jab. But if he didn't take the jab, I was thinking it could have been a hate gathers thing because so much pressure on the heart. Like these kids play an astronomical amount of AAU games. Like when Hank Gathers, think about it. When Hank Gathers was coming up, they wasn't playing that many games. They weren't playing as many games.
He had an arrhythmia or something, didn't he?
Right. But I think right now these kids play so many damn games that it's putting a lot of pressure on. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time. I think people think just because you're young, you don't need time to rest. Like your body don't need time to recuperate, rest, or replenish itself. And I think it does because think about it. If you in high school right now playing ball, it ain't like when we was in high school. And when we was in high school playing ball, you pretty much played the season, and then if you was really good, maybe you got invited to the Nike camp or the ABCD Adidas camp, ABCD camp. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Those are like elite camps for the elite talent. But your average players, ain't going to Nike camp or ABCD camp back in the day. But that was the extent of basketball. Like
I mean,
okay, I might go to one of these camps
like the best players, they all did summer stuff. But it was either school ball or Y ball for the everyday baller,
Right. Yeah. But everyday ball, like you said, you wasn't playing it most of the game time. If you wasn't playing on a team in the summer, you was playing pickup games. That could be at the Y, that could be outside, that could be anywhere. But now I'm saying nowadays, the AAU is a whole nother league. It's like, okay, you play high school league, then you play AAU league. You know what I'm saying? This is all year round. So
yeah, you play more games in the summer than you do during the school year.
Exactly. Look, and that's why you see a lot of these young stars. Like, look at Lonzo Ball. He played all that AAU ball this month. Now he about to be done. A lot of these dudes, when they finally make it to the league, by the time they make it to the league, they burnt out. Their knees is torn. Missing cartilage. Dwayne Wade missing cartilage. Remember, he was missing cartilage when he got to Marquette. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had two surgeries already.
Dwayne Wade played hard though, Jack. He was like Lynn Dykstra of basketball.
Yeah, man. So by the time he got to college, he had already had a couple knee surgeries. So that's what I'm saying. Like, not rest in peace, but get well soon to Bronny.
Prayers to the James clan.
Yeah. Get well soon to the young brother, man. Get well soon. Take some time, take some time to yourself, relax, and get back to the court as soon as you can, but don't try to rush to get back to the court. But shout out to the James family, man. Just want to give them some love, man. Especially that could be any one of our kids out there having a damn heart attack or something. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, whether you're a LeBron fan or not, I know people even throwing that shitty, and it's like it's bigger than that, man.
I honestly feel like in his best interest that he don't even play ball at UFC. He just goes straight to the pros, or he has to take a year off at least. He should take a year off at least, in my opinion. I'm not an expert.
I think he should just go straight to the pros.
I ain't play one on TV, but yeah, because that USC thing was really just because he had to wait a year after he graduated. So I think he should not do that, and try to get to where he feels confident in his heart. Because this is, what 18, 19-year-old wouldn't get, for lack of a better word, the yips. He's gonna be scared to push. He have to get over this mentally as well as physically.
Yeah, because mentally it's gonna mess with you too. You're gonna be thinking about like, man, I hope I don't have another heart attack. They say he went unconscious. You know what I'm saying? He was unconscious for that part.
I bet it feel like the Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals game with DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the young brother Bronny James, man. And
thoughts and prayers to the James family.
Yeah, to the James family, man. Moving right along, man. I know you was one of the people pushing for Brittany Griner, but your sister here is caught over in Dubai for talking loud. I know you heard about this. It was a sister that went to Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be going to Dubai nowadays. You know, that's like kind of a place you flex a stunt. Like, I'm in Dubai. I'm stunting on y'all.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
her
That's
ass
when
that
you
went out
really
to Dubai.
get busy on Instagram.
Yeah, her ass that went to Dubai and it got caught up out there. They said that they arrested her and took her passport because she was talking too loud. She was talking to a rental car. I guess whoever she was trying to rent the car from, and he did something wrong or jacked it up some kind of way, and she kind of got loud. You know how we be most of the time. People be getting loud with the rental car people anyway. If you ever rented rental cars, if you travel a lot, I have gotten into it with them before myself. One time, not a lot though, not just one time because I was in a part of the country that you don't see a lot of us, so you know they kind of had some precautions about me getting the damn car, but we straightened it out. And but yeah, man, that's one thing. You know, you can't go over there. One thing I don't know. I just never been attracted to going to Dubai. One thing I'm gonna tell you about me with travel, y'all. I if I go travel, if I'm going out the country, I'm gonna be honest with you. More than likely, I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to Jamaica, Bahamas, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm going to visit my brothers in the diaspora when I go travel because at least I feel like, and you got to be careful there. Don't think you ain't got to be careful over there because they still look at you as an American and an American black. But you better over there. You better over there than you would be in Dubai. You see what I'm saying? Because at least you in a country of people who look like you, and some of the customs, they do have different customs than us, but it's like this. When you travel internationally, you got to respect the country that you're going to. It's kind of smart to learn the customs and things before you go, so you kind of know how
What's
to move
legal?
when you're
What's
out
not
there.
legal?
You know what I'm saying? You don't get caught up in no bullshit. With Dubai, it's kind of a Arab Emirates. It's a Muslim or Arab country. So all that talking back from women and shit, they ain't playing that over there. They women be with the little hijab and shit. Hijab. I
Yeah,
apologize, my Arab
yeah.
my brothers, if I said it wrong. I don't want y'all to get mad at me,
Oh
but
yeah,
you know
it's
they had their
hijab.
face covered up. You know what I'm saying? And this is all you see from women over there. You know, you only see their eyes and whatnot. So, with that being said, a lot of the, a lot of our, a lot of our hood rat chicks who didn't become successful from having a nail shop or a weave shop or something like that,
Or
hood as hell.
OnlyFans.
But they successful. They successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my hair shop, girl. I'm going to Dubai. But before you go to Dubai, learn about Dubai. Don't just go somewhere because it's the hot thing to go to on Instagram. Research where you're going. And honestly, man, y'all probably better off. I'm serious. Like me, I don't really like to go out the country a lot, but when I do, actually I've been out of the country a bunch of times. But when I do go, I generally like to keep. I have a thing. I like to go into Jamaica. Reason I like going to Jamaica is because usually I have a good time there. I can get into things that I like to do. Swag, know what I'm talking about. Weekend high. I can
Right.
get into those things, and there's really no stigma. I eat good. You're gonna eat good. You know you're gonna eat good. Some black folks cooking, so you definitely eating good. You're definitely smoking good. You're definitely drinking good. So only thing you have to worry about over there is certain cultural things. Because when they look at you, you know they like, oh, that's a brother like me. But then when they hear, oh, he American, you know what I'm saying? So you could work your way through that. But when you in Dubai, these are Arabs. So even though you black, they looking at you like, okay, you black. You, you know what I'm saying? There might be some kind of camaraderie. There might not be some. But the thing is you have to understand a lot of those countries are bound by Arab or Muslim laws. I apologize if I'm saying anything wrong to my Muslim or Arab brothers and sisters, but I'm just saying y'all got some different laws over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got different customs. So sisters, y'all can't go over like, bitch, I got 3 beauty salons in Detroit. I can come over here and do what the fuck I want. No, don't do that. Don't go over there doing
You
that.
said get this bag.
Right? Yeah. I own 3 motherfucking shops in Detroit, bitch. I got a goddamn Mercedes. You
I
can't do
got
that
2
over there. You got
bundles
to,
right now.
yeah, you got to be on your best behavior, man. And so now they trying to, they trying to get the sister back home, man. They done took the girl passport because she's talking back, like, so basically over there you can't be talking back to men and stuff if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's like against the law. That's against their customs. So on one hand, I feel sorry for the sister. Just like I did Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner knew better to bring some motherfucking weed liquid to goddamn Russia. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? She just thought, oh, I ain't gonna get caught. I'm Brittany Griner. I could bring my shit. No, you can't.
I mean, I was
Black
capable
people, when you
for it, but
when you
boy,
travel internationally, please read about it. Read
yeah.
it.
I
All you
mean,
got to do is
I was
basically all you got to do
capable.
is brush up on the customs.
Yeah, you got to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, yeah, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to be aware of the customs. You got to be aware. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so if she knew that, damn, I can't raise my voice to this man about this, she should have went. She could have. If she knew that, she probably could have got a brother or seen a brother out there on vacation. Like, hey, sir, can you come in here and get at this dude for me? You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna go to jail. He's another man. You feel what I'm saying? Or can
yeah,
you relay this to him? Or if she'd have found the Arab dude, like, look. They messed up my stuff. They got my riddle. Can you come talk to this dude for me? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to go to jail. You talk to him. That way, you know what I'm saying? You be my interpreter and shit. So that, I mean, you just got to be smarter, man. You really got to be smart when you travel. Like, I know Instagram make it look like, oh man, just jump on the plane, bitch. I'm traveling, bitch. Okay, I'm bitch. Hashtag travel. Hashtag girls trip. All that shit. Before y'all do that, y'all need to be researching these places, man. Y'all need to be
hell
researching.
yeah.
You need to be seeing what's acceptable. No twerking. You look that up. No, twerking ain't acceptable over there. Don't be twerking in the fucking restaurant and shit. All that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to really
I've
know
been to
what you're getting
Canada a
into.
few. I've been to Canada a few times, but if I ever left the country, it would be only somewhere where I wouldn't have to worry about what Sister Brittany went through, because that's going to be legal.
There you go. There you go. Like I say, like in my DMX voice, I love Jamaica. Jamaica is good. Jamaica's very good.
Try your local produce.
He was smoking with these niggas over there smoking with ox. He said, Jamaica's good. Jamaica's very
I fuck with
good.
Jamaica.
Yeah. But shout out to Jamaica and everything. Y'all, you know how I feel about y'all, Jamaica. I love y'all. Just don't speak on our reparations and shit. Shut the fuck up and stand with us. Other than
You
that,
said,
just
"Oh, our hip hop, motherfucker."
roll up, make the jerk, roll up, make the jerk chicken. Shut the fuck up. Don't speak on reparations. That's all I'm saying. We got y'all. You know what I'm saying? We good. But anyway, moving right along, man. Shout out to all the FBAs, all the foundational Black Americans watching this, my brothers and
Salute.
sisters. And all my brothers and sisters out there in the diaspora. Shout out to y'all too. If y'all over there in Nigeria, whatever, shout out to y'all if y'all on code. But man, I think we went hard this time, man. We went long on this show. I wanted to get to this other story before we get up out of here. I had one more we probably need to touch on real quick. I thought it was funny, but I saved it for the next show. But I want to talk about the movie Oppenheimer. Everybody been going crazy over Oppenheimer in the Barbie movie. But some more hidden history for you. Some of the people who actually made the atomic bomb was black. Some of the scientists that actually worked on it, as we see there, was brothers and sisters. I don't think they telling you that in the Oppenheimer movie. I think they did have like one black person in it. I'm not sure.
But even before this movie, Hulu did Hulu. No, it was American Movie Channel. I watched it on Hulu. They did a limited series called Manhattan, and there was a couple black people in the cast there. They didn't have major roles, but I bet that's who they were.
Right. Yeah. So just before y'all get caught up on the Barbie and the Oppenheimer, I don't get with that whole Barbie and Oppenheimer. I get the Barbie because women want to see the Barbie stuff, but the whole Oppenheimer and what the fuck? That was kind of like out there
Well,
a
I
little
mean,
bit
that
to
was
me.
just
Like I don't
like
see the
kind of like
connection.
that race to the moon. Like the countries want to be the first one to it's similar to like the moon landing. and the way the country was jockeying, they was like kind of jockeying to destroy the earth. But I mean, I get the draw of it.
I didn't get the draw of it. I'm sorry. I mean, I could get the draw to Barbie, but I just, how I'm saying, I don't get the draw the whole Barbie plus Oppenheimer thing. I mean, the two movies don't really go together. I just think it's just some.
Oh yeah,
just might
well,
have just.
I guess what they were saying is, as far as that part, is that the Barbie movie overfilled and all them people overflowed into Oppenheimer, and that's why they being lumped together like this.
Oh yeah, I would have skipped that part, but kudos to y'all. If y'all love it, y'all like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Go see They Clone Tyrone. Support the brothers there too.
I
Other
know.
than that, I think we're gonna call it a show, y'all, man. Oh, actually, I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna save this other. Actually, this story. I'm gonna lead off with this for the next time. It's gonna be about black movies. The movie Love Jones. So we're gonna lead off with that next time. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed the show. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, you know where to hit us. Email address is below. Leave a comment, share it on your social media. We appreciate it. I hope you and your families is good. Thank you for the love. We look to see y'all next time, but I'm gonna swing it over to my brother Swag and let him say his last words.
Elbud Crawford in under 10 and a half.
Okay, Crawford. Yeah, that's right. The Spence Crawford fight is this weekend. You say you got Crawford?
Crawford by knockout in less than 11 rounds.
Mm. All right. Well, let me do my skip impression. Well, I guess I have to take the I gotta take Spence. Yeah. Let me get a couple cases of dew on Spence.
Yeah, 2 cases of dew, please.
We get 2 cases of dew on Spence then, just to be devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? Although I think Crawford got a stronger punch. I think what you're saying is not incorrect. However, I'm gonna play the underdog. I'm gonna get Spence because everybody's saying Crawford. So I'm gonna go Spence on this one. 2 cases of Dr. Pepper, of the elixir of the gods that we like to drink. The 23 flavor, the 23 flavor champion, Dr. Pepper. 2 cases of pepper, dog. What you think?
2, 3.
We can Amazon them to each other. All right, man. Y'all let us know in the comments below, man. Thank you for another great show, my brother Swag, man, to be in here with me, giving y'all this news, giving y'all all this work we be doing. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate my brother there. We're gonna see y'all on the next run, man. Peace out.
Salute.